go to the store and buy more. Easy fix situation.
You
Don't listen.
You trying to say something?
Hey, yo, listen.
All the things for you to bring
because
up.
When I
What's up, you guys?
It's your boy Rock.
It's your girl Lonnie.
And welcome back to the Chubbs family.
Back with another thing. You say hi, Pepe? I say hi. Hi. You making a special appearance, right?
I ain't gonna lie, I'm sitting back like this because my back is hurting right now. So, old man things, I'm sitting back.
Yeah, we just gonna let this be a chilled video. As y'all seen by that title below, we are gonna be doing a little Q&A video.
So before anything, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And also, if you guys have any comments, you guys want to chat with the family, make sure you hit that comment section below. Alright?
And hit that bell notification so you are notified every single time we upload.
Every time.
Yeah, but this is a cute little way just for you guys to get to kind of know us better and intimately. So
that's a fact. If you see me scrunching my face, don't mind me. I'm just trying to get comfortable.
No. Yeah. So we just gonna hop straight into this video, y'all.
Yeah.
So you want to ask the first question? You want me to ask the first question? All right. So first question: what's the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to you in public?
I ain't gonna flex. When I was at camp, I was 8 years old. I ended up pooting on myself. But it was like, yo, I told him I wanted to go back to the house, but he kept saying that he wanted to chill with his friends to go in the trailer. Doing some program called Fresh Air Fund. And he told me to go in the trailer. Mind you, there was mad kids, mom in the back, and mind you, I just didn't want to. So we walking back, stomach cramping, got back in the house. My man's just here talking to me like, oh, did you enjoy rant? Right there, run into the bathroom. Oh, I was so embarrassed. I was like, you know what? Next thing you know, he pulled his wife in the room and was like, he on my floor. I was like,
he put it on your floor?
Yeah.
Dang.
I couldn't look the man in the face. He had to pull me aside and then tell me like, it's okay, accidents happen.
Embarrassing? I don't think anything. I most like probably like getting yelled at in front of, you know, people. I remember one time I was on the train. I don't remember what I did, but my dad was just over it with me. And he blacked on me on the train. And it was like everybody was just staring. Everybody was just staring. So that might be like the most embarrassing thing that I could think of right now. That might be the most embarrassing.
Right, because I know there was that one person I was like,
everybody was staring, and then it's like I started crying. Anyway.
What's the craziest thing you've ever done for love?
What's the craziest thing I've ever done for love? Have kids. I don't think I've really done anything crazy for love. Okay, so the craziest thing I've ever done was when I was younger, somebody I was dating at the time, I got basically like, I went inside my mother's Bible and she had $2 bills and I took them and I went to the store and and I bought this person like t-shirts and stuff. Like I bought him clothes with the $2 bills and I took it, I gave it to him and I gave him like a hug and stuff and was like, you know, I'll talk to you later. Oh, this baby just spit up on me, yo.
You said you took $2 bills?
Yeah, it was a $2 bill.
Yo, I done sighed because, yo, coming across a $2 bill,
it's rare.
It is. So it's like, yo, that's really some love right there. Because it's like, yo, I'm still looking for my damn $2 bill that I had.
Yeah, I had like, it was mad of them we had. And me and my sister split them. So I took my portion and I went and bought him stuff. Okay, so basically I ran away from home, but I ran to my dad, if that makes sense. Like, I ran to I ran to my other parent.
Yeah, you basically, you ran to security.
Yeah, I basically went back home to my dad. But I was staying with my mom. So we had left, and that's where we had went. But before I did that, I bought him the stuff, and I gave it to him, and she was pissed. Like, she was pissed because, like you said, it's rare to come across. But I think that's the craziest thing I probably ever did for love.
I ain't gonna flex. The craziest thing I did for love was asking my mom if the homegirl could stay in my apartment. And mind you, I'm not even gonna say this was love, you feel me? Like, the love hasn't built yet. I'm just gonna say it was more like a sentimental, I felt bad for her. So I asked if she could stay with us. And oh my gosh. And mind you, we weren't even dating that long. But it's like my mom's not the type to turn down somebody if she sees they're really in need. But my mom is big on vibes. Like, yo, that's one thing you can't flex on her about. Like, if she perceives something and you don't show it, she just gets an eerie vibe. She'll let you know. Or she'll just let the person specified, me, in that particular situation, know that's not a good look. And that's what happened. Like, she felt something, she ain't voiced it at the moment, but she told me, yo, nah. And it didn't even work out. Next question.
What's your biggest turn off?
My biggest turn off is just like, I'm not going to flex, I have a good list of them. One thing I can say is, if you really can't check your emotions, like, that's really a big turn off. We outside, somebody says something or does something that you don't like, if you can't sit here and be the bigger person and turn away, and you cause a conflict that has me get involved, where we could have walked away, that's a big turn off. Yeah, it's just like, if you could do it outside, you could damn straight do it with me. So, I'm not dealing with anybody that don't have emotional intelligence. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, I don't like that. If I'm arguing with you because, yo, I ate way more from the M&M bag than I was supposed to, and I really turned into a fight my mans, yo, check yourself. Because I could go to the store and buy more. Easy fix situation.
You
don't listen.
You trying to say something?
Hey, yo,
out of all the things for you to bring
because
up,
when I looked over, that's what I saw. But that's the thing, you feel me? If I eat one M&M more than I'm supposed to, it's a beef problem.
No, because the problem be, I buy you your own bag, and I buy me my own bag.
Listen.
And you eat from my bag. Like, I needed help eating my bag. Then you want to eat your bag.
Listen, because you really venting right now. Nobody even talking about you.
Well, it came off kind of personal. Just a little bit. I feel...
Yo! I was just making an example. This had nothing to do with you. Nothing.
Okay. I think my biggest turn off is like somebody who can't be emotional with, like, can't be sensitive to me. That makes sense. Like, you're not gentle with me. Like, you don't let me bring out my feminine side. I gotta be so hard with you. Cause I was gonna say my other turn off, but I gotta remember this is a family friendly channel. So I can't say that.
That's why I said, yo, there's a list, but yo, listen.
I can't say the first one that comes to my mind. I can't say, but I think like that one I could say, like, yeah, it's someone who's not gentle with me.
Have you ever ghosted someone, and why?
Yo, back in my prime, y'all, I've ghosted a lot of people.
Yo.
I've ghosted a lot of people. And why? Because I wanted to. I ain't even gonna lie. Like, the littlest thing, like, turns me off. So, the thing about me, I love to laugh. I like, I like to play around. If I can't do that with you, yeah. Yeah, I've ghosted people for lots of reasons.
I'm not gonna lie, I try to be very respectful for people and try to understand the double ends of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I try to understand two side perspectives. There was somebody in particular that I had to freaking ghost because, yo, when I say definition of you did not catch a hint, it's ridiculous. found me on Facebook, was talking to me on Facebook, mind you, you know where we stood. And it's like, yo, I don't like being rude to people. I have my tendencies, especially in the past, but now that I've come of age, I could say that I've reached that point where it's like I try to give you the benefit of the doubt before I hit that point. But yeah, I had to ghost you because, yo, you caught vibes. I told you about yourself. Not in a disrespectful way, just to, yo, it's not gonna happen. You found me on Facebook and you still try to continue the conversation. So yeah,
Who?
Back in high school. It was back in high school.
Alright. What's the wildest thing you've done that you've never told?
The wildest thing that I've done, this is more so pertaining to my mom. I told my mom that I was doing some after school program, but mind you, I was on the whole other side of the Bronx. And mind you, I wasn't even 13 yet. That is an innocent wild thing that I've done. The rest I can't talk about.
Yeah, I think I can't talk about all the wildest thing I've done. But I think one of the wildest things I've done, again, I don't condone this at all. So if there's any children watching this, please don't ever do this. You know, you gotta think about your safety. The world we live in, a lot can happen, right? But probably the wildest thing is skip school. Like, once my father started letting me go to school by myself, mind you, y'all, I didn't get to go to school by myself until I was like, I think fully going to school by myself, I was like a senior in high school. Yeah, the wildest thing I've done was like skip school. Yeah, I used to like head to school, like head that way, so my phone would ping that I was there. And then just meet up with my friends and go about our business. And then like I would just make sure I came like back in the area before dismissal, so my phone would ping that I'm in that area. And then go home. That's why my kids could never play me, because I done it all.
And that's the perks of living, you know? You get to learn the advantages and the keys and the loopholes so that your kids can't pull it.
I think my dad knew though, like, I ain't gonna lie, like, I think he knows some of the things I've done.
Yo, you know how your pops is. If he known, he would have took your head off. That's why I'm like, yo, sometimes I feel he didn't know. Because you know he not letting it go. So it's like, had he known...
I think so, but then it's like, you know how sometimes you know your child's doing something, but you don't want to put them on that you know they're doing it, because then it's like, it's just going to cause them to be sneakier.
I get you.
So it's like, alright, as long as you're safe and you coming home safe, I don't know. Maybe he didn't know. If he didn't, he know now.
What would you do if you were invisible for a day?
What would I do if I was I ain't gonna lie, I'd probably rob a bank or something.
Yo, I was just about to say, I'll go into a Brinks truck. Now, we do not condone this, but...
If I was invisible and I knew I would not get caught...
Yeah, I'm going into a Brinks truck. I'm going to a Brinks truck and I'm taking a good 2-3 bags, you feel me? Because where I work at, normally, there's a bank across the street from where I work at, so I normally see them sometimes. And... hey, one of the days I'll take advantage.
Alright, so we both stealing money.
Yeah, basically.
Question. Would you rather know the date of your death or the cause?
Date. Because if I know the cause, I'm gonna try everything in my word to prevent it. And I probably feel like I'm gonna get caught up faster.
But then I feel like even if you know the date, you will be trying to avoid it.
On the date, I'll set everything in motion so that I'll be prepared for that date.
That makes sense. I was gonna say, yo, honestly, neither. But the date do make sense, because then I can make sure my kids are okay.
And that's the focal point of it for me. I have that time to set up stuff, because now I'm not gonna get caught by surprise. If you had to build a dream team of 3 people for during an apocalypse, who would you choose?
No cat.
All right. Strictly human or?
It says people.
People, okay.
My 3, no cat would be Michonne from The Walking Dead, Tommy from Power, so it'll probably be Rick and Michonne from The Walking Dead, and then Tommy from Power, because he gives 0 craps.
Rick was always getting his ass beat.
Yeah, but he was smart.
I'll do Negan. That was the one.
I forgot all about Negan. Oh, can I change mine?
Nope. Negan, cause my man had everybody on lock. You knew about him without him having to be in the episode until he decided to come in the episode. He hoed everybody that really came in his path.
Okay, so
Negan. I say Nick Fury because Nick Fury always has a contingency plan. Like, I know for a fact, like, he'll have a base to hide out in, firepower for us to use and stuff like that. And then Franklin Richards, because he could create a whole new universe and we could live in that and not have to deal with the bull.
Okay. Alright. What's the most dramatic breakup you've experienced?
My first girlfriend, literally. Broke up with me on my graduation day. Enough said.
Probably one of my exes. It was just like a always back and forth thing. Yeah, he broke up with me one time because I wanted him to come to my college for Valentine's Day.
Listen.
Yeah, and because I didn't understand why he couldn't come when I was coming to get him. Why he couldn't come, but instead he wanted to like spend Valentine's Day in somebody else's room. It was just like he broke up with me over it. Blocked me and everything. That was probably the most dramatic breakup I've ever had.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's one thing you regret not doing sooner in life? YouTube.
Yeah.
YouTube. No, you can answer that question, but YouTube.
I'm saying like, yeah, that makes sense.
The algorithm was different. Everything was so different. It was so hard for you not to become successful.
And if you got, sorry.
No, you good.
Oh, if you guys didn't know, we also had another channel, our Lonnie and Raw channel, which we got to almost like 800 subscribers.
No, not almost. We almost got it to 900 subscribers.
Yeah, but I mean now it dropped because we haven't been on our channel in like over 2 years now.
Yeah.
So it started dropping, and like I feel like how we never stopped.
We would have been good.
We would have been beyond monetized. Like that channel was growing like this, like rapidly.
It was. I'm gonna be very honest. It was tied to things that we no longer felt
aligned with us.
Exactly.
That's what we're gonna say.
Yeah.
Something I wish I would have done sooner. I think that probably would be the only, besides maybe putting us in a position to buy a house.
Absolutely.
But it's like I can't really regret anything because everything happens how it's supposed to happen.
Right.
Like we all have our journeys and our stories. So.
Right.
That may sound like a cliche answer, but that's honestly like.
No, it's the truth.
Yeah, the only thing I can really think of is. Have you ever had a near-death experience?
Yes, I did. I always had an allergy to cats, but it's gotten worse when I gotten older, and I almost went into shock from it. And the ambulance and everything had to be called. My oxygen levels really low.
It was bad.
Yeah. I'm just gonna say, coming close to death, it just feels like you get very tired. That's my answer for how does it feel.
I've experienced it, but my experience was when I was having my oldest son. I started bleeding out really bad, so my blood pressure was starting to drop and everything. And like, yeah, it's like you're kind of for me, I was confused as to what was going on. I was more concerned like of my baby and stuff. But you do get tired because I was like starting to drift in and out of sleep, and they're trying to keep me up, like, you know, and do what they have to do. If you guys want like a full story time on our deliveries with our children, we could do that. But for the most part, yeah, I've had near death, and it was having my oldest son. I'm gonna ask 2 more questions in this one, and then because we got like a lot of questions, so we'll probably ask 2 more questions and then make a part 2.
What's the most bizarre rumor you heard about yourself?
Y'all, I think the craziest rumor I've ever heard was when I was in high school. I've heard a lot. Like, I've heard a lot. But one was when I was in high school, and I told y'all, like, I ran away from home, but I ran away from my mom's house and ran to my dad.
It's already fucking
And in that time frame, I wasn't going to school. For whatever reason, when I came back to school, there was a rumor that I ran off and got married and was pregnant. And mind y'all, I was probably like 16 at the time. I was like 15, 16. I was not pregnant. nowhere near legal age to get married. Nobody was gonna consent for me to get married. Where people even came up with the nonsense, I don't know. But that shows you, like, the things, as an adult, I can say kids. The things kids, like, come up with, stupid. Because out of all the things to say, that's what y'all came up with. I ran away and got married, and I was pregnant.
Right, it's like, yo, y'all just, you know what, bro? It's just, I don't know. They was trying to come up with some sitcom in their head.
Listen, I say less. Like, I really had a classmate pull me to the side, asking me, and I'm like, what? No. Like, no. What about you?
This happened recently with my current job. Mind you, I can't stress this enough. Me, my brother work at the same facility, and then there's another person that works there too. We're all still within the 20 age bracket. Everybody else is 30 and over. Do not forget that part.
I feel like I know what you're about to say.
So, there was a rumor going around that me and my manager, my day shift supervisor, were going around and doing the do. And mind you, I'm a very kind person. I greet everybody. I give them hugs. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna sit here and be disrespectful. You feel what I'm saying? That's just me. Like, I'm a very inviting and I'm a very comforting person. I'm not gonna say it made it awkward because we knew what we was there for, but it made it awkward with me because now I go and I greet everybody and, you know, embrace them. I couldn't do that with her because of what was said. And I knew it's not her, but it's the principle that people felt comfortable to say that. And mind you, they're all adults. It made it awkward for me to commence on that. So it was literally a hi bye. Like, we spoke and stuff like that, but it comes down to the embracing factor, like reaching out for a hug. It wasn't her. It was just everything that was going on. I just didn't want to be a part of the nonsense, so I just stayed clear of that. But she understood, and I respect her for that. So it was never any bad blood between me and her. She's a very cool person, but at the end of the day, grow up and get a life. Because the fact that that really was a topic in an establishment where we're really all supposed to be professional is really sad. That's high school. And mind you, a lot of you guys are 20 years, 30 years, 40 years out of high school. So, what's going on? Yeah.
I guess this could be our final question for this part.
Okay.
What's something about yourself you wish more people knew?
I really love fashion. I started taking sewing classes so that I could learn how to make clothing and the formation of clothing, because I really do want to make me inspired clothing. And when I say me, it's basically like my style, because it's on the rise, but there's barely any places that you go to, and majority of places that you can't order it from is from like Asian sites, and their size chart is very different from our size chart. So actually looking for a team, but I want to be more consistent before I sit here and build that team, because that alone is a responsibility of its own. And I don't want to be in a room where they're serious and I'm half-assing, but I'm the one that set it up. So that's why I said the comment section is very important, because you never know who wants to branch off and start something. It doesn't hurt to communicate with people and build that connection. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm so inviting with you guys to come into the comment section and talk, because hey, we want to do big things and we're trying to make that happen, which is why we're here now. Enough said.
One thing I probably wish people knew about me more. I don't know. Like, I feel like if you know me, you know like how goofy and fun and inviting I am. Maybe if you don't, I can come off a bit like standoffish or like to myself. But that's just because like I'm shy. Okay, maybe. Like, for people to know, like, I'm really a shy person. Like, I'm not, nothing I do is like intentional to like seclude myself from people. But it's like I've just had a lot when it came down to like friendships and stuff like that. So I'm more cautious with myself, and I'm more like, you know, I've learned to just reserve, and I became shy through that. So like I'm not really
open. Yeah,
like if you was to come to me and say hi or something, I'll speak to you, I'll say hi, but to hold a conversation, no, I could be a little bit socially awkward. Like,
nah,
I'm never gonna lie.
I'm not gonna flex. I've witnessed you. You say that, but I witnessed you. I just feel like the vibes have to be there. and it just can't strongly be dependent on you to carry the conversation.
Yeah, I think if like if the vibes is there, then yeah, I'll come out my shell.
Yeah,
but initially I won't.
Because there's times where a person will communicate and be nice, but it's like sometimes they're going through what you're going through, or sometimes it's just a high and by situation and they don't want to talk. So it's like trying to figure that out and decipher that. Sometimes it can be a challenge, sometimes it's not really much of a challenge, but it's like you just try to be respectful of people's bubble.
And I don't like to, like, if I feel like I'm forcing a conversation,
yeah,
like,
that's the instant.
I won't. Like, I won't. At that point, I just get quiet. And I guess that's where the awkwardness comes in, because it's like,
you was just talking and then you stopped.
Yeah, so it's not really for me to talk to you about.
And that's why I say, like, I get where you coming from with that, because you just want to conversate, you feel me?
Guys, with that being said, this is the end of this part of our Q&A.
So thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We appreciate you guys dearly. One thing that I can say, yo, we will not be where we are if it's not for you guys.
Facts, we're getting very far. We just started this channel and already I think we're at 30 subscribers.
Yeah.
We're like 30, and that's an accomplishment. That's a huge accomplishment for us. And we can't wait to reach our first 100.
Because that's a milestone or something, you know?
Every inch is a milestone.
Right.
Yeah.
And we can't sit here and be here and not give our flowers to people that deserve it, and that's the subscribers, that's the people who tune in. We want to give love back no matter the milestone.
Strangers to you guys, and you're taking time out to watch our content. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like we may not be big YouTubers.
We may not be big yet, because words of personification is very key. Take that as a gem. Speak that onto yourself and it shall happen. So, we're not at that plateau yet.
Right. But, you know, we still appreciate everything.
Yeah, we appreciate it, and you guys, as much as ourselves, we're the motivation to achieve and grow in something that we've been trying to do for a very long time. But just the motivation to give back to those who tune in is the key.
That's what I was going to say. And we just, you know, enjoy the journey, enjoy the ride, enjoy seeing where this takes us. Like, you know, even once we hit, we will never, you know, not share the tips and tricks and what we did to, you know, get there. You know, we're all figuring it out. But I don't want to keep making this long. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Comment down below any other content ideas you have. Stay tuned for part 2 to this video, where, you know, we'll talk more about like who our ages and our children and blah blah blah, right? And join the family if you haven't already. Press that bell notification so you are notified every single time we upload. You always doing the most. See ya in the next video.
And I don't go lie, you light up my life. And when she tell me my love is your love, baby.